Okay. Well, we skipped ahead a little bit. We did a bunch of DAing, feather edging, and acid treatment on the top of this hood. And then I got to the point where I felt like I wanted to do bodywork. But the skin of this hood, much like many of these JDM hoods and some of the old muscle car stuff, it's got stiffer metal, so it's not as bad as this stuff, but what happens is the hood skin pops away from the inner structure. And so when you're trying to work on it, it's just like a giant oil can. It goes boom, 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 boom. And then you shut your hood, it goes boom, it makes that gnarly noise. So we want to get rid of that, stiffen up the structure of the hood so that way when we're doing body work, it's not just wobbling around. And we wanted to check the condition on the underside of the hood because we're doing motor swap. And it's nasty and pitted rust and everything else. So I just simply wipe them down with purple power. And I want to go through inside all of these edges of these openings and clean underneath them. So that way when I go to stick seam sealer on everything, it's got something to stick to that's real clean. And I can get all this underside of this hood scuffed everywhere where I'm not going to do heavy repairs. And it'll be pretty much ready for just a white gun paint when we're done. We're not going to do anything fancy in here. And as I'm kind of looking at it, I think we're just going to go ahead and do satin black, at least on this part. And then we'll just kind of play it by ear as we go along this project. We don't need to paint the engine compartment under the hood. It was one of those things the customer was like, I don't really care. I just want the outside to look nice. But we don't want inner fender aprons and that kind of a thing black rusted and turning into a can of worms later for them. Because we're doing all this work now, we might as well take a look at it at the very least. So this will probably get black, satin black, cleaned up, cleaned all the seams underneath. Re-seam sealed, so when you open and close it, it doesn't feel like a tin can. Strengthen it up so I can do my body work. Take it out there and spray it off, and then I already got all the material I need, so I'll go ahead and start doing body work on everything tomorrow. I've got 1, 2, 3 panels I can do body work on already, which is really cool for day number 4 or something. Exciting. I'm excited. pretty clean now. Still got some rust scales to deal with, and you know, even that stuff looks pretty clean. It's not dead yet. You can still, I mean, these are really clean actually, but you can still see down in the pits. Now it's dirty. Well, you got to get all that killed, otherwise it's going to do the same thing. We put whatever we put on top of it. But now that it's all clean, we can see what we got left to deal with, and it's actually not that bad. I'm going to go through in the morning and just repad all of these with seam sealer. Make sure this hood's in good shape to flip it over. Start doing body work. I even got the front corner tinged already, so I pretty much just flip it over, throw some mud on it, and go for it. See you in the morning. Basketball time. Want to see? Now you can see. Let's go light. Let's take these off so I'm not yelling at you. And let's get something to stab that way. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Oh, is that sack lunch down there? Fishing line. But look at this. Oh. Yep, that's why that's all gone. Okay. But this is still here. So that's good. Okay. Let's keep going. Just what you wanted to hear, right? Okay. Here's a look. Alright. So I wanted to see how many holes were in the bottom of this thing right here. It's not any really worse than I thought, so I'm just going to cut a few things open and see what it looks like. Stop messing around. Quit messing around, will you? Alright. Fine. I'd explain to you my plan right now, but I don't exactly have one. I'm just kind of following my instincts on this one. You just kind of go a little bit at a time and don't get out of control. Alright. Alright. Okay with that? Shit. Let's go. So don't go too far too fast. Okay. I'm way okay with that. Are you watching, John? Don't do this no more, okay? These are not storage areas anymore. Collect water and salt water and sand and do things like put rust holes in your rig. Right. Well, I guess we worked on a little bit more than just the hood.